Are you disorganized? Is your house, office, or car a disaster? Are you intimidated and overwhelmed by how to get organized, where to start, what to do? Does your clutter disrupt your life? I can help you because I was where you might be many years ago and I turned it all around. I'll share my personal journey from post-divorce downsizing chaos to successful redeployment in my new home. I'm going to share with you my top organizational tips for free based on my experience with a kick-ass home organizer. We recently did a podcast with Brenda from Organized Zone, who has been helping people organize their lives for 24 years. She's a genius in her field, and I'm not. But I did hire Brenda, and I'm going to share with you my 3 top tips to getting organized. Tips that I learned through my experience of hiring Brenda, who is a professional organizer. I have to come clean and tell you that I am somewhat of a minimalist at heart. I'm not a disorganized person, but my second divorce sent me into a total tailspin. I had to move into a much smaller home with way too much stuff. And I had to move from a house that I really loved to a home I had to buy in the throes of divorce and with little time to prepare. I felt like I was doing everything begrudgingly. And I kind of was. I was stressed. My kids were stressed. Life was chaotic. And you might be going through a divorce too, or downsizing for another reason. And or you've lived in your home for decades and you've accumulated so much stuff you don't know where to start. And you might think you can't part with your stuff. That's an issue for sure, but here's what I know to be true. Minimalism isn't about removing things you love. It's about removing things that distract you from the things you love. After I moved into my little bungalow, which I happen to love now, by the way, I was so overwhelmed. I felt that there was clutter everywhere. I was seeing that 24/7, and that sent my OCD into high gear. And I was lucky enough to hire Brenda from Organized Zone, who I would highly recommend, and her details are in the description below. If you have the resources to do this, and by the way, for me at the time, it was a huge financial stretch, but it was so worth it. And here is what I took away from that amazing experience. Number 1, assess your home. Where do you have extra space? And where are you overstuffed? For instance, I had a front closet and a side closet, and I had jackets crammed in both. So Brenda has suggested to me, keep only one of the coat closets, the larger one for coats. Obviously, I had too many coats and I would have to purge that later. But for now, it was deciding about the best use of space. Then I used the small front closet for things that I like, cleaning supplies, dog food, grocery bags, etc. To this day, both closets function very well. She also had suggested to put a few IKEA closet organizers, both upstairs and downstairs, to allow for optimal storage and keep the neat and tidy look that I need in my home. She helped me find space I didn't even realize I had, but it was because she assessed my home with fresh eyes. And I'm sure if you did the same thing, you could find spaces to use with better function and purpose in your home. Number 2. Find your biggest pain point in the house and tackle it first. For me, it was my clothes. For me and my kids, but it was mostly me. And this part was magical for me. Brenda forced me to sort out all of my clothes into 3 different piles. There was the pile I'm going to keep, the pile I'm going to donate, and then trash. And the trash pile, that was easy. You know what's garbage. And the main issue was between what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to donate. And between those 2 piles, you really have to ask yourself some questions, such as, have I worn this in a year? Will I wear it in a year? Does it fit me anymore? Those kinds of things. But once you ask those questions and you get the trash bin and the donation bin and then what you're going to keep sorted out, you're in business. That was number 2. Number 3, and last but not least, and this is probably more advice from me personally than from my organizer. Start small and keep on keeping on. Start with one drawer or one closet or one room and celebrate each completed organizational task. You have to celebrate your work when you do it. You could also invite over your girlfriend, bribe her with wine. And not to help, but just to keep you company while you organize. It'll pass the time faster and you guys can have fun. And never, ever stop. Your house will continue to accumulate things in crazy ways. I usually do a full house purge every year. I run a dumpster bin in the spring, and I get rid of all that stuff that is taking all my attention away from the things that I love. I also do it for my sanity and for my undiagnosed but obvious OCD. So there you have it. They're my 3 simple tricks of the trade that I learned while hiring my organizational expert that I'm happily sharing with you. So for a free copy of these tips and for more organizational info from our previous episode, check the details below. We'll also add a link to the full episode with Brenda from Organize Zone. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and drop a comment below. Let us know what topics you'd love to see in the future. Your feedback really helps keep us real. That's what we're all about. Real life, real stories, real talk. Until next time, be real.